Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to the Smart Flip. Glad to have you guys with us again. I've got a good one today for you guys. At least I think it's good. We'll see. Got my co-host here, Matt Shirley, the console king himself.
What's up, guys?
And guys, today we are going to be talking about the greatest offer in the world and why you're probably overcomplicating it. All right, so I think this is going to be a good one. And for those of you that don't know, Buyback Revolution is now out. Here it is, the thing. This is the book that I spent months and months and months and months on. Um, and I took it seriously, and apparently I did a pretty good job. So people have bought over 100 copies of it, which is
Let's go.
pretty cool. Didn't expect that. And it's also, you can also get it for free on the podcast, episode 82 through 93, I think. So make sure to check that out. Um, I hope it brings you a lot of value. I hope you learn a lot, and make sure to leave me a review on Amazon, please. That'd be great.
I think it'll do both those things for people.
Right? I think so too. I put a lot of hard work into it. I had one of our last podcast guests actually reach out today. Christopher Aaron Smith. He's a pretty well-known marketer in the phone flipping repair space, and he's like, "Dude, this thing is sick." And I was like, "Dude, that means a lot coming from you, you know." So
That's awesome, man.
he bought 5 copies to give it away. This is pretty
Let's
awesome.
dig that. Dig that big time. That's very cool.
So yeah, check out the book, guys. Also check out the resources and stuff below. We're also Matt is also selling the console family price sheets. You can check that out in the description inside of Console Kinks. You can get access to the price sheets. I know a lot of people have been interested in that, so check that out. And let's get started. So let's hop into this thing. The greatest offer in the world and why you're probably overcomplicating it. So, guys, I talk to our clients a lot about this because I find that a lot of our clients are pretty new to business, right? They're not used to running a business. They're usually used to being an employee, right? Um, but I've been in a lot of other businesses, a lot, and I've worked with a lot of businesses, local, nationwide, coaching businesses, marketing agencies, stuff like
Yep.
that. I've helped a lot of people do that. And I've always come back to this one. And the reason for that is because it's the easiest business in the world. You just can't screw it up. It's hard to screw up
Yeah.
once you build it correctly. It's also much easier to build than almost every other business because with every other business, you have to craft an offer,
Mhm.
right, that actually sells, right? Whether you're going to open up a repair shop for a car place or whether you're going to run a marketing agent. Marketing agencies are hard as hell to get up and running. I'm going to be real with you. I know. Like, I did it. It's very difficult to come up with a good offer for that. You know what's
Mhm.
even more difficult than this business? Trying to get money from other people. You know what's very easy to do? Give it to them.
Pretty simple.
It's it's incredibly easy to give people money. And a lot of you guys overcomplicate this. So I want to
Mhm.
dive into this topic today because this episode is going to be more about clarity. Whether you're stuck, plateaued, chances are, guys, you're just overcomplicating the whole business.
Mm.
And today, I'm going to help you guys reset your brain and show you why flipping works better than almost any business model and why most people actually sabotage themselves with it. All right, so let's jump into this. Greatest offer in the world. What is the offer, Matt? What is the offer in this game?
Well, the offer
The
that we're
offer.
making for people
Yeah.
is, well, the problem we solve is that we can give them cash when they need it.
Yeah.
So we're trying to offer people money, man.
Yeah, exactly. So the offer itself is cash. That's what it is. That's it. That's the offer, right? So we give people money. That's it, right? We give people money for their things. No 30-day trials, no contracts, no long calls, no sales, no convincing, right? I mean, there was a little bit of convincing, but
A
it's
little bit.
not nearly as like intensive as sales or marketing or stuff like that. You
Yep.
are buying, not selling, and that just flips the entire script. All right. And here's why this works so well, right? Everyone has tech.
Yep.
Whether it's a phone, a MacBook, an iPad, a smartwatch, a camera, whatever, it doesn't matter. I mean, the further out you go, Hayden Howard told me one time, because I asked him, I was like, dude, when you were deep in the game of flipping electronics, I was like, what was your niche? And he's like, what? And I was like, what was your niche? Like, what did you focus on? He's like, electronics. That's what I focused on. And this is a millionaire kind of guy,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
he built his millions in this business, and he was just like, there should be no like limit to what you buy and sell in this game because it all has dollar signs behind it,
Yep.
and it all has a market value. And that kind of just opened my eyes a little bit, and I was just like, okay, you're 100% right on this. I was already going down this road, but like this right here, coming from that dude, confirmed it. And this is a guy that took a sports card flipping company from
Yep.
zero to seven figures in a year, right? So, and luckily I was able to help with that. So, but everyone has electronics. That's why it works so well. Literally every single person you talk to is a customer. Every single
Hmm.
person.
Hmm.
And people miss that somehow. You can go to the grocery store and start handing out business cards, and you're probably going to be able to buy something from somebody.
Yeah.
Like, that's how like great this business is. And yet people overcomplicate it, right?
Yep.
And also the offer is easy to understand in one sentence. I can give you cash for your blank. That's it. That's all it is. So how it scales, right? So this is actually where most people screw up. Like the business model itself is easy. It's easy, right? You start out, you go on Facebook Marketplace. You find underpriced deals, you buy them, you flip them on maybe Marketplace again. Right? That's a lot of people do. It's a lot harder that way, but that's what most people do.
Hmm.
But they don't look at it like a business too. That's a part of it. It's like this is just something I do when money's tight. Isn't that interesting though?
It really is.
Like this is the thing that you do when money is tight. Like so why can't money just be tight all the time and you do this all the time?
That's a really valid point.
Very interesting, right? Like a lot of people they because I have people like this in the DMs, and they're
Yeah.
like, and I'll ask them this question, and it totally flips the mindset, right?
Yeah.
It's
Hmm.
like you only do this when money is tight. Okay,
Hmm.
well, if this pulls you out of a pinch like every single time you do it, why don't you just do it more so that you stay out of the pinch,
Yep.
right? And then I got other people in the DMs that are like, oh yeah, I just do this for quick cash every now and then. And I'm like, if it's quick cash, why don't you do it all the time?
Yep.
So it's an interesting, paradigm that people kind of give there, right?
Yeah.
So how it scales. So you scale this business through lead generation, right? Whether it's ads or outbound, right? So you scale this business in two ways, either leads or diversity, right? So you can either get more people to talk to, which is called lead generation, or you can find more devices to buy,
Hmm.
which is one of the reasons Console Kings exists, is because there's a lot of consoles out there.
So many.
A lot of people only flip iPhones, and that's what is holding a lot of people back. I'm gonna be real. Like a lot of people reach out and they're like, Chris, I don't know how to scale my business. And I'm like, well, what do you flip? He's like, and they're like iPhones. I'm like, well, do you buy Samsungs? No, I don't know how to work a Samsung. Do you think you could Google it, on how to reset it?
Hmm.
They're not much different than iPhones. So you can either increase the amount of leads you get, or you can increase the amount of things you buy, right? It's a lot easier to increase the amount of things you buy. And you also become a lot more valuable to the customers as well. All right. So lead generation or simply just diversification. Offers are typically quick when you're scaling. Normally, after you get through that first $1,000 profit phase, your offers are relatively quick because you're not going through the offer making and appraisal ropes anymore most of the time. Maybe on a few things if you got new items and stuff like that. But yeah. Um, yeah, so I went over a lot of this. So, yeah, do you have anything on that on like how this scales, Matt? before I move into comparing this to other businesses?
Um, Scaling electronics is one of these things that I think a lot of people get into it and they start thinking too big. Like, I think things that maybe we've highlighted before that are worth saying again. This business scales with you and your skill set. Like, many people want to see it grow. Like people who join the course or talk to me about consoles and yeah, I want to do 10K. It's like you're not a 10K guy. You're not even a $500 guy. So be the $500 guy first, and then be $1,500 guy, and then you become 10K guy because this business, you're the ceiling of it, right? And so this can't go beyond like you. Other ways in which it scales, like the skill set, like it scales based on skill set, not based just on numbers. And people come at this fixated on the results and the numbers that they might see other people post, like Aaron Goldstein or, maybe some people from your feed, Chris. And folks got to realize, like, you could be really good at all aspects of this, but if you're bad at negotiation, that could be a stopgap in the income that you're making. If you're great at this, but not ads management, that could be the stopgap. Like it's a synergism that brings everything in this to scale. And those skills aren't difficult, but you need a season of enhanced, dedicated focus on each of those distinct skill sets before you really get to the point where you're like making 7K, 8K, 10K a month, and beyond. And of course, I'd say the final thing is if people are just aware of the degree of action and output input or input output that comes with this recipe, if you are an aggressive action taker, guys, you can probably expunge all the ignorance and struggle that you might have with this within, I'd say, I think you can do it in 90 days because I've
Yep.
seen people do it. I think a realistic goal, guys, is probably more like 6, maybe 8 months. And to the very casual flipper who's working a full-time job and just doing this here and there, maybe like 8 months to a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. That's real. Yeah. I've seen people do it in, I mean, we had Navon do it in 30 days, right?
Yep.
So, I mean, it really depends on you are the bottleneck most of the time in the business, and you're the bottleneck because you don't have the right skills yet, or you don't have them honed in, right? So I wanna move to why this is easier than almost every other business that there is.
Yeah.
Um, Number one, there's no, and this is great, like there's no back end fulfillment like in coaching, agency work, or like every other
That's true.
service-based business out there.
That's
There's
true.
no back end whatsoever thing, right? You have to list something on eBay or sell it to a direct buyer. That is it. But it has nothing to do with the customer,
Yeah.
right? All of the customer stuff is front facing in the beginning, right? And then you're kind of done,
Hmm.
until you buy the next thing from them.
Hmm.
You're not going to get refunds like from the customers you buy from. You may get them from eBay, and that's
Yeah.
part of the business, by the way. Like,
Yep.
if you think you're going to scale without issues, I mean, it's just going to happen. So think about this. If you have 100 orders, you don't think you're going to get one refund out of that?
Right.
That's what scale looks like.
It's realistic. Hmm.
Like, you move up to hundreds of orders a month, you're
Hmm.
going to have refunds. You are going to have chargebacks. You're going to have these things. They're
Hmm.
going, just get ready. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
going to sit here and like share sunshine and rainbows with you.
Hmm.
Like, it's going to happen. So you might as well get ready for it.
Yeah.
So you will have eBay shut down your account to make sure you're doing the stuff right. Unless you just do it right from the beginning,
Yeah. Hmm.
right? So,
Yep.
um, and then you're also holding a physical asset with a built-in profit margin. Devices.
Yep.
They all have a built-in profit margin if you buy them correctly.
Hmm.
That's one thing I love about this business that separates it from every other business.
Hmm.
Is you can not like every device you buy has a built-in profit margin if you buy it correctly,
Yeah.
right? Now all of the skill sets have to culminate to make that happen.
Yeah.
But still, you're buying a device. It has a profit margin if you bought it correctly, and then you
Hmm.
win. And if you do that many, many times, you're good. like
Yeah,
make
you
money.
can stack it up.
Yeah, it's just stacking it. That's all it is.
Hmm.
So a lot of people overcomplicate this though. This is a very, very simple business,
Hmm.
right? I've been a part of a lot of businesses, agencies, coaching, all of it, service-based businesses. I've worked with chiropractors and physical therapists,
Yeah,
and guys, they have to craft like a million different offers just to get people through the door, right?
yeah.
I've worked with
And
repair stores and all sorts of businesses.
yeah, and what would you say is like with aggressive marketing, even like that, Chris, what do you think is the general sort of response rate or return in terms of percentage? Like how many people actually
Not a
come
lot,
through? Yeah,
not a lot. I mean, a lot of things with that is like people use it when they only use those services when they absolutely have to,
yeah,
right? So that makes it very niche,
yeah.
right? Like
Hmm.
you're going after a pool of people that probably don't want to pay you, you know? It's gonna be real. Like
That's fair.
and then you have to like you're taking their money and then you have to provide good service to override the fact that you just took their money. That's
Right.
how it works, right? But in this
Yeah,
business, it's completely the opposite.
yeah,
You give them the money, and therefore you also provide a good experience.
yeah,
If you can do both, it's just an infinite money train if
yeah.
you do it right. That's the whole point, right? So, a lot of people overcomplicate this though, and I want to go over this. So, a lot of people want fancy instead of functional. This is a huge one, okay? People in the very beginning think they need logos, business cards, and then website builds in the very beginning, all before they've even started doing reach outs or posting Facebook ads.
Hmm.
Like you don't need that stuff in the beginning to start.
Yep.
Okay. You need it to scale, but you don't need it to start. All right. Um, this is a good one. Um, a lot of people avoid the unsexy work in this business. A lot of it is unsexy, just being real. Like messaging sellers, following up with sellers, negotiating, doing meetups, doing the bookkeeping, doing all of that stuff that a normal business has to do,
Hmm.
right? All normal businesses have to. What makes you different from every other business that exists on Earth?
Yeah. Why are you special and you don't need to track your numbers?
Exactly. Why? Like think about that. Literally every other business that you've ever seen has to do that. They all pay taxes. They all have to like understand that they're actually making money. But a
Yeah.
lot of you guys don't track anything. Why? Are you special? Like Matt said, what makes you so special? That you don't have to do any of that,
Yeah.
right? Um, they know, and this is a big one. A lot of flippers know what to do, but they avoid it because it's uncomfortable. It's a big one. You know that you need to negotiate better. You know that you need to track your numbers so that you know how much net profit you made. You know that you probably need to fill out a bill of sale. You know that you need to do these things.
Hmm.
And you don't because it's a little bit uncomfortable. I mean, that's what it is, right? And I know I feel like I'm calling you guys out right now, but the business is simple. It's not easy, but it is simple. And a lot of you guys overcomplicate it. Um, and Matt has a good saying for this. So here's one. It's like success is boring repetition, not sparkly inspiration. And Matt likes to call it base hits, which I really like that.
Hmm.
Because it's pretty much a consistent day-to-day grind of just base hits every single day, and that's what wins the game.
True.
So, I really like how you go into that too. So,
Yep. We talk a lot about base hits and console kings and Recelerator.
yeah, and every now and then you get a home run.
It's true. Or Grand Salami guys. I mean,
Salami.
well, Aaron held down he had like a 24K deal like last year and everyone was just going crazy. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. And I think it's funny like how we like to take the successes that are defined by the margins, constrained to the margins and try to somehow normalize those things. How many of those moments you think Aaron's had, Chris has had, I've had like that? right? Like they come, but guys, there's no windfall of moments that look like that. Like it's just the culmination. Again, it's the synergism of it all that makes for a pretty stellar result that ultimately people end up looking at going, "Oh my gosh, the dude's killing it." Well, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's like you said, it's the culmination of all of it. You know,
Yep.
all overnight successes, you know, took years.
Yep.
This is how it works. So, another thing I see a lot of is people turn this into like a therapy business. Like I see a lot of people get emotionally attached to leads, like really attached. They chase flaky sellers, they waste time, and they feel defeated. So I have a this one was great. Let me share this because this was fantastic. Let me pull this up. Yesterday, Spencer made a post inside of our Slack channel that was pretty fantastic. Now, if you guys know Spencer, he was on the last podcast. Um, and let me go here to Slack, and I'll read this off to you guys because I loved it. Um, and he was basically saying like, I don't need your device, and like that is a it's such a power play in this business once you understand how to use that. So let me find it here. Was it general? I think it was general. I think you saw it yesterday, huh?
Yes, I did.
Maybe it was random, but maybe it was random. So many channels in here. Um,
There
oh
are.
yeah, I do not give a F. Go get your better offer. So,
Wow. So funny. It's funny.
so he followed up, and he said, "Any interest in my offer today?" And he says, "No, your offer is dog shit." Hi, thanks for reaching out. We'll be with you in a moment. Oh, cool. Totally. I like how he's like, oh, cool. Totally understand if you found a better offer. If not, mine is still good till Saturday. Let me know if anything changes. Have a great week. And like this is and then Kevin also commented on this, which was great. Kevin just had another 10K month. He messaged me about that. He
Yeah.
said, I had a guy writing paragraphs trying to convince me to increase my price, quoting the original value of the phone and all. Madness. Go sell it to your online store and move along or don't. So, guys, I want to go over like what this is. These guys do not get emotionally attached to leads or deals whatsoever at all anymore, right? So when somebody hits them, we're like, okay, I got a better offer somewhere. They're like, great, go get it. And a lot of you guys don't realize how much of a power play that is. It's a massive power play in this game because we don't need like once you get to the point where you don't need leads to make money and you are thriving off of repeat customers and Google My Business and all of this stuff, like it's a great feeling. So, don't get
Agreed.
emotionally attached to leads. A lot of you guys do that. And that's one way that you guys overcomplicate this business a lot.
Hmm. Yep.
This business isn't about saving everyone. It's about filtering fast and moving forward. And then this one's a pretty good one. So a lot of people try to outthink the system, right? They want to customize what they're doing before they master the basics.
Yeah.
This is quite interesting. I have there's two people right now that have been in my DMs trying to partner up lately. Both of them, both of them told me that the business got slow, right? Business got
Interesting.
slow, wasn't working out for them. What do they go and do? They build a software for the business? Interesting. That
Hmm.
doesn't make sense. Business is slow, but you're going to build a software around the business model?
Yeah. It seems to me that if somebody fully understood the nature of the business, um, they wouldn't be talking about how it's slow. That's just
Oh,
not something that I've commonly experienced with people who are, I think, have a great vantage point perspective on their business.
yeah, agreed, man. Agreed.
Yeah.
So, guys, the system is simple. Like it's very, very simple. It's the greatest offer in the world. You give people money. And to do that, you give people money, you run ads, you make offers, you buy low, you sell high, and you repeat. That
Yep.
is it. That is all you do. Stop overcomplicating it. This is the easiest offer in the world. Get leads, make offers, buy low, sell high, make money, profit, repeat until rich, right? The
Yep.
fast flip flywheel. It's in here. I talk about it, right? Do the thing. If you do that, you will never want for money because you'll always know how to make it. You can literally drop into marketplace in any state across the country or in the world
Yep.
and make money. I've had people do it. So, um, you don't need a new strategy. You need to stop skipping the steps that already work. And if you can do that, you'll be okay. There's another thing I want to address really quickly. So we did an ads blitz yesterday on in my school community, my banning community. And a couple of the guys that were on there, I was explaining to them that it was a Facebook ad blitz, right? And I was going over how Facebook ads worked, what the average cost per lead is. The average cost per lead in this industry is around $1 to $4 per lead. Okay. Now, if you have never been in any other industry ever before to generate leads, you wouldn't know any better on what a cost per lead looks like.
Right.
Okay. So when I'm in the agency space, learning agency stuff, our
Hmm.
average cost per lead was $30. That was good. $30, right? So, and then for the chiropractor and physical therapy, it was around $50. And their like front end offer is only $150 typically, right? To get people in the door, to get the door swung. And they hope to break even on that,
Yeah.
right? Now, if you take our business, the average cost per lead is $1 to $4. And people are complaining about $2.50. I mean, some kind of special right there. Like,
Little bit, little bit.
especially when you can spend, when it only costs roughly $25 to $30 to get a meetup.
Hmm.
That's not with an average profit margin of
Hmm.
$50 to $120 in profit. It's a business model, guys. It's a great one too. And why do you think I always came back? I knew the numbers, and the numbers are great.
The numbers are good. The numbers have always been good in this business, and you've been in it for over 8 years, and I've been in it for around six. And we're both coming at it from different angles. But the cool thing is we can both, validate from the perspective of consoles and VR systems to phones, whether you're acquiring those through reach out or through ads. Like the numbers look great, guys, in this business. Like it's really hard to mess this up when you get it dialed.
Yep, sure is. So, guys, if you've been overcomplicating this business, stop. Just go do the basics. Like, do the basics and then bolt
Yeah.
on some systems and softwares and stuff to
Yeah.
make the basics work better. Stop
Hmm.
trying to get mail-ins. Stop trying to like do the stuff. I was talking with Matt Senka a few years ago, and I was talking to him about automating the phone flipping space. And he was like, "Bro, that's the easiest freaking space like ever to do business in. And everybody and their mother is trying to automate it." He's like, just go out and do the work and make your money and then grow into a different business. Like, stop trying to like make the easy money and just go do the work. And it really put me in my place because I was that guy that was just trying to automate everything. And like, once I started just doing the work,
Hmm.
and imagine what happened.
Yep.
I actually started making money instead of because a lot of people will, and I used to be this guy so I know I'm speaking from experience here
Yeah.
is a lot of people will spend 30 hours trying to figure out how to make $300 a month on autopilot when you could just spend those 30 hours going and making $30 an hour, right? Flipping a device or something like that, flipping multiple
Yeah.
devices.
I'm really glad you mentioned that, Chris, because like people talk about passive income, and I think one thing that I've never heard you necessarily you've said this, but you haven't said this is if people want to think about how income could be like passive, if you build a business with like that has recurring customers, there's
Yes.
an aspect to that that's passive that I don't think people understand. So like to the point of what Chris is talking about, guys, if people wanted to, have some sort of business model that in 30 hours is has some sort of recurring regenerative like sort of income, like why not just treat people really well, like run this game and have people that sell to you on a weekly or biweekly or monthly basis? Like
Yeah.
when we talk about it all the time, I mean, soon enough, you're going to be overwhelmed with opportunity and you're not going to have to be working super hard for it. You will on the front side, but that's the nature
Yeah.
of all passive income, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah,
we're not,
to even get to
right.
passive income, you have to put in a ridiculous amount of work
Yeah.
on the front end.
Yeah. It's a
That's how
horse
it
load of effort.
works.
Hmm.
You might as well just do the active working and just continue doing it until it is passive.
Straight up.
Repeat customers are passive income. Do you still have to meet up with them? Yes. Do you have to close them again? Not usually, right? Usually
Yeah.
they're pretty cool and they're like, "Yeah, cool, great. I already know
Yep.
you. Let's do it."
Yep.
Google My Business, once you get it set up, it is kind of passive.
Yeah.
You don't have to go out hunting for leads anymore. You don't have to go out into the wild
Yeah.
trying to, slay the deal. Like like they just kind of come to you and call you and be like, I want to sell my device. And you're like, all right, cool. That's basically that's passive in a
Yeah.
way, right? But there's a lot of people that'll work 30 hours to try and, just make that extra $300 a month.
Yeah.
That is
True.
quote unquote free income when it's
Hmm.
not really. You put in hours. And roughly, like if it's only $300, you worked about $10 an hour to make it happen, which you could have just put into something else
Yeah.
and made a lot more. So,
Yeah.
with that being said, guys, if you guys are overcomplicating this thing, I'm just gonna throw this out there. Stop, right? This business is a very, very, very simple business. We are literally giving people cash for their devices, buying them, and then selling them online. All
Yes.
right. It's a business that's been around for a long time. We just added a lot of systems and processes and things like that to it, to make it a lot more streamlined so that people can make a lot more money and grow the way that they want to grow. Right. So,
Yeah.
um, that's all I have to say on that. This is the greatest offer in the world. Hard to beat it. That's
It's
why
hard
I've
to
always
beat.
come back to it.
Yep. It's hard to beat.
Yeah. So, um, with that being said, I think this has been another episode of the Smart Flip.
Yeah, I think so. I think we've covered some good ground today, guys. I hope th those of you who have listened gained some value, maybe gained like saw some blind spots, some places you could take action. And listen, guys, if you need help with what you do, Chris and I are always here to extend um, our our specific expertise in the areas that we've worked hard over the years to kind of gain, and that is in Recelerator, that's in Console Kings. And you could also join Chris's school group
Let me ban you.
for free and take a really great challenge that if you're struggling to find some motivation, man, it will kickstart you into getting going.
It will. We've banned we're up to I checked today. We're up to 964 band members right now. So
That's
we're
fantastic.
about to hit 1,000.
Yeah.
So if you but caveat to that is the people that do make it through are likely going to be some of the most successful phone flippers, buyback business owners that we've ever actually seen. So
Yeah.
I put
And
that group together for a reason.
and guys, you're still early. I don't think people realize this. You're still pretty early to this niche level of
Yep.
business. Like, this is not what phone flipping is now. Like it's what phone flipping was in 2012 and 2014 and 2015. Like you're ahead of the curve. So take heart. You could do a lot of dirt, a lot of good damage if you
But
want to join up now.
that's a good point. Buybacks in and of itself is where phone flipping was back in like 2014,
Yep.
right? Like
Yep.
a lot of people focused on phone flipping for a long time, right? Only phones, but the game has changed. There's a lot
Straight
more
up.
devices now than there's ever been,
Hmm.
right? Aaron Goldstein says this a lot. He's like, We have more people now doing the business and they're getting results much
Mhm.
better than we ever got back then.
Yeah.
Back then, I don't know if you guys realize, like back whenever I started this thing, like my mentor, his top student had like they did $13,000 in sales. And that was their top month. My mentor was only doing 30,000 in sales, 30, 40, right? Like now we got people doing 100 plus K in sales in 90 days,
Mm.
right? So like the game has changed and they're also making more profit than ever before as well.
Yeah.
With cameras and MacBooks and iPads and smartwatches and things like that. So,
Yeah.
um, go to Amazon, grab your copy, or get it for free. Buyback Revolution. Join the school community. Don't get banned, hopefully. We legit are banning people. So, um, and we're adding a lot more stuff to that community too. So I'm pretty excited about that. And also, if you want some pricing sheets on exactly what to pay for gaming consoles, Oculus, things like that, Xbox and PS5s and things. Definitely check out Console Kings. Matt is selling, what is it, 10 sheets?
Yeah. 10 price sheets.
10 price sheets at what, 47 a month or 400 and something
Yeah.
lifetime?
Guys, you can join it for 447 for a lifetime or $47 a month, and we'll hook you up. I don't know how long I'm going to keep it at $47 a month. I had someone
Yeah,
tell me this past week
really,
that
it's honestly really cheap,
so,
especially for the price sheets.
guys, I don't know anybody else that, and I'm scratching my brain because I'm willing to be proved wrong here. I just don't know anybody else that is teaching people how to flip consoles and VR systems. And I've been doing it with Chris for 3 years, and Console Kings has been live for a year. So if that's a space that you have ignorance and you want to just get rid of all that and you want to learn, like let's go. Had
Yep.
5 people sign up in the past week and a half, and
Oh,
I think
nice.
they're learning a lot. So it's pretty cool.
Great. All right, guys. Well, that's been another episode of the Smart Flip. We will see you guys on the next episode.